still awfully tart. Hi, welcome back to Double Talk. Mark and Michael here, trying to come up with a new concoction of a cocktail.
Yes, we have this cherry vodka, which is a beautiful bottle. Those are cherries. Those are all cherries.
Cherries off the tree.
And Mark wanted me to try to get the cherries out. I understand from the person who made this, which is Debbie Levy, that she had to squeeze the cherries down
just to get them in.
So you can't really get them out.
No, you can't.
I don't know, what, with a fishing hook or something?
We'll have to drink the vodka
Okay,
and break the bottle.
No, that's a great bottle. I love that bottle.
It's a nice bottle.
And it looks good.
Thanks, Debbie.
Debbie Levy said that once you finish, the cherries will dry up, and then you can get them. But then they'll dry. I don't know.
Nothing wrong with
Okay,
dried
let's try
cherries.
this. So we put Coca Americano in based on Mark's theoretical suggestion.
Now, these are very tart cherries.
Okay.
And it's hard to drink
but it's not bad.
With the
Wow.
Cokie, it's much better. Okay?
You know, that's pretty good. Coca Americano.
Cokie Americano has just the right sweetness to counteract the tartness of these tart cherries.
Coca Americano is considered the substitute for Lillet that has more quinine in it than Lillet.
Does it? Lillet is more wine-like, isn't it?
It's wine-based, so is this.
So is Cokie Americano. Where can you
Yes.
get Cokie
Okay,
Americano?
Huh?
Where can you get that Cokie Americano?
My house. No, you can get it at Specs. Coca Americano is
Yes.
great to have around the house. You
Yeah,
can drink
but if you
that
go down
as a drink.
if you go to El Paso to get it, then you have to quarantine for 2 weeks.
No, you don't, because you're not going to El Paso. You're going to Specs. If you don't talk to anybody,
Well, you're in your car the whole way.
that's right.
And then you're wearing a mask in the store.
That's right.
Shouldn't be a problem.
And then you ask people questions like, "Where's the Coca Americano?"
And then once you're in El Paso, you might as well go to have a decent lunch somewhere.
Might as well, Mark.
I mean, you're there anyway.
Might as well, and see a movie, and go to a bar.
Well,
and go to a bar in Cincinnati Street, which is probably COVID
Ghost town.
center.
Well, you can't see a movie yet. But I guess you could go to a bar outdoors.
I got to admit, when this starts to mix with the Coca Americano, it's pretty good. So,
We're having it on the rocks,
so
which
Deb-
I think helps a lot. You know, there was a COVID-19 spike in the state, primarily, well, not primarily, but also at NMSU.
Finish your drink.
They had a number of new COVID-19 spikes among students and
Here.
employees.
Well, that's going to happen anytime you get people together, and that's the trouble. Everybody thinks their church could get together. You know, we just finished the High Holy Days, which is like 10 days.
Yes.
Half of them you're praying, but we were all on Zoom. It was really good. And, you know, the last day of the High Holy Days is Yom Kippur, where you fast the entire from evening to the next evening.
Uh-huh.
And usually when you're out in the temple, you're getting kind of tired because you're sitting there, you're getting out.
Uh-huh.
But when you're home looking on Zoom, it's not bad.
Now, when you say fasting, does that mean you cannot have any cocktails?
It means the most you can have is water because we live in the desert.
Ooh, but
No.
luckily we've passed over
No.
that now.
You pass over. No, that's later in the.
Oh, okay.
That's in your people's Easter time. I should
My
say your
people.
people's. You don't have
They're not
people.
my people.
You don't have any people. Your
have
mother's people.
I got people, but not those people.
Finish your drink so we can start on.
Oh, okay. Now, the census 2020, that was supposed to have ended at the end of September,
But
there was talk about extending it another month so they could get the proper count, and I hope they do.
well,
I haven't heard.
They extended at least until the October 6th, right?
Well, I don't know, but October 7th is when you can start voting early. But now, right now it's mail-in ballots time. You can order your mail-in ballot, fill it out, and either mail it in or deliver it in person, as someone I know did this week. They delivered it to the county center building on Motel Boulevard. They filled it out and delivered it in person.
Yeah.
So that person has now voted. I won't vote until early voting begins so I can do it in person. That's the
I
way
like that
to
idea
do it.
too. I like that idea.
It's part of the ritual that I do.
So our friend Fred Torres is going to be working over on Motel Boulevard. So you can say hi to him. Finish that up, and we're going to the second experimental drink. This is with cherries. This one is even more experimental. This is gin with peaches from Cheryl Decker's backyard. Mm-hmm. She put basil in it, and after she did that and tasted it, she put cinnamon in it.
Okay.
So,
and then she put it in a...
She put a cinnamon stick.
What kind of bottle is that?
Oh, she put it in a Fever Tree bottle.
Fever Tree bottle.
Fever Tree is her and her husband Dave's favorite mixer, man. And
Yes.
it's a good mixer,
is
as
a good
everybody
mixer.
knows.
You know,
So-
as we sample this,
We're going to keep talking.
restaurants in town have been open. Many of them
Ooh, smells
erected tents
good.
in the parking lot so that we can eat outdoors. Nothing like eating al fresco.
Smells good, but the
cinnamon-y.
cinnamon has a bite, doesn't it? I don't know.
How many sticks you put in?
You said a stick.
One stick. For how long?
I don't know. It's pretty cinnamony. What can we do? Campari?
Yeah.
No.
So, I went to Wex for breakfast the other day.
It's a good place.
They have a tent in the parking lot. Actually, I wish I'd eaten out there. I didn't even see the tent when we walked in the front door. We sat inside. And then when you exit, you have to exit out the side door. Oh, there's the tent, and everybody's sitting there having breakfast.
Actually, that'd be a nice place. The weather is perfect now for being intense, and
Yes.
it's always good to have intense.
And if you like your meal to be intense,
yeah, you're like
now's the time to do it.
So, what do you think, Campari, Cointreau?
Quant.
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
Now,
not Cokie, right?
There's been a lot of bird deaths. Birds are just dropping from the sky. It was in the papers. Birds all over Doña County, New Mexico, in fact, all over the country, are now dropping dead by the millions.
No turkeys, so don't get your hopes up for Thanksgiving.
Well, maybe that's the way to kill the
Maybe you
turkeys.
don't want dead,
Well, I think what's killing the birds is the 5G technology. It's killing them. It's intense microwave. They did a test in California last year or earlier this year of the 5G, and a whole flock of birds just fell dead. Now, we figured out how to kill the bees.
Yes,
Thanks,
we did.
Monsanto. Now we figured out how to kill the birds. Thanks, 5G technology.
We figured out how to kill the humans.
And
Thanks, COVID.
We figured out how to kill the cows. Well, that's on purpose because that's slaughterhouse.
Yeah, well, if we didn't eat cows, there'd be no cows alive, because what are they going to do?
Moo.
Nobody's going to care about, they can't protect themselves. This is pretty good with Cointreau, believe it or not.
Better.
And it's very interesting.
I like it.
It's
Yeah, it's
interesting.
good. Now,
Yeah.
we also need to report.
What's that? It looks
we
like
have,
lunch.
We have 3 rest in peace people.
You want to do the rest in peace?
We got to
people?
talk about
We'll get
Helen
right there.
Reddy, who was massive in the
Folk,
70s.
Yes, she was great.
And into the 80s a little bit. She had some huge hits, Helen Reddy. I Am Woman, Hear Me Roar.
Could you do that with a high voice?
No.
You can't do that.
Why should I?
Falsetto.
Not all women talk that way, Michael, or sing
No,
that way.
but you didn't.
She didn't.
Haven't called any of these girly drinks. I'm surprised.
Michael, that would be a sexist thing to do.
Oh,
And so, Helen Reddy, 78 years old.
wow.
Um,
I'm sure a grandparent, maybe a great-grandparent.
now, also, we need to report the death of Mac Davis,
Who do we have pictures of him?
We
Because
do.
people didn't know what he looked like. He was pretty much a songwriter.
renowned songwriter and performer. He had his own TV show.
I
It
would
was
guess most of those are from the 60s.
70s.
That's from the 70s?
He was a renowned songwriter. He had his own TV show, Summer Replacement, the Mac Davis Show.
Yeah.
And he
many
wrote a
years?
lot of big-time songs people don't realize. He was also a movie star. He was in a number of big-time movies.
I'm waiting for you to give me the names.
Well, he co-starred with Nick Nolte in North Dallas 40.
Oh.
He was in a wrestling film called All the Marbles with Peter Falk, and several other films that are not on the tip of my tongue. So Mac Davis,
Easy Rider?
no,
No,
wasn't
he
on
wasn't
that.
there. Oh, okay.
Also, we report the death of Martin Milner.
Martin.
He
Everybody- I
worked in
remember him
a
from
lot of movies until
Route 66.
Route 66
was the first, and that was
and
great.
then he really became big with Adam 12.
Which
played-
I never saw. I saw 7 through 11, but I never saw Adam 12.
Adam 12, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was the co-star of that, produced by Jack Webb, who also produced Dragnet. And so, yeah, Martin Milner, he was in his 80s when he died. Mac Davis was in 78 too, and he died the same day as Helen Reddy. She was 78.
These are all coincidences. They're not planned.
There's no such thing as a coincidence, Mike.
You mean because it just happens? It happens to be a coincidence? Yeah, there's nothing that keeps these people in the same class except the day they died. That's it. That's it.
That's
Coincidence.
right.
I mean,
My point exactly. No
did Helen
coincidence.
Reddy ever sing a Mac Davis song? Probably not.
I'm sure she would.
Were
Who
you
knows?
going to talk about restaurant? Did you just merely talk about going to Wex?
I did go to Wex for the first time.
But the tent?
Yeah.
was there.
Yeah, Wex was pretty good. I've never been there.
Temps
before.
are good. You know,
What I wanted was huevos rancheros. I couldn't find it on the breakfast menu.
they have a big huevos rancheros.
They put them in the lunch menu. He said, "Oh, these are our new menus." I had to. It was under the lunch menu,
poor
and I
you.
wasn't looking in the lunch menu.
You're so strict. I mean,
No, they are.
No, you're strict. You say, "Oh, I don't want lunch. I want breakfast." Do you have any breakfast huevos rancheros?
That's what I wanted. Anyway, what I had was good.
They do have a great huevos rancheros.
Their chili was good.
People love their eggs Benedict, because they have, and you love this, big slab of ham.
Oh,
You love that ham stuff.
you're ham enough for me.
Hamming it up.
And
Kosher. How come I got all the bottles on my side?
They're your bottles. That's why.
Where's your Corona? You didn't bring your Corona cast can.
I know, I have it,
You
but
have
we've
it?
got too much on the table as it is. I didn't want to bring it out.
So
this is the-
we could run through these. I think we did pretty well mixing this with Coke Americano, and this is pretty good with Cointreau.
It is.
So thank you, Debbie Levy and Cheryl Decker.
Cheryl Decker, thank you.
And keep your output of alcohol. They don't make the alcohol; they just flavor it,
Yes,
which
they
is
incorporate
important.
it.
That's important. Huh?
Incorporation.
Yes.
That's what they do.
So-
So we're done, folks. Thank you for
Are we
joining us.
done?
We'll be back next
Don't
week.
forget Lucien Gaudin, great sword fighter from the 1920s.
And we'll be back next week with a new cocktail.
From the
Cocktail.
1920s.
That's not
It's like